Hello everybody, Thorgal here, and welcome back to another episode of my modded Let's Play series. Before we get started with cleaning up a stuffage, I don't know if that is a word, but it is now, of our dust over here, the furnaces here are just not fast enough to smelt this, right? But I found another little boo-boo where I'm standing right here, and I wanted to just put in a clip real quick that I recorded a few days ago after the last episode, where I found out about this and how we fixed it.
So, it's the next day since the last episode, and I came on to check on the overall smelting progress. Can I get up here somehow, somewhere? There we go. And I found a little bit of a boo-boo, right? All the dust over here is gone. You guys see? But I have all these pebbles sitting here, and then I noticed it's not, moving around anymore. And it makes sense, because I have these two sifter inserters set to specific pebbles, right? We split it up into two different groups all the way to the end. The smelters pick up everything. And right now, because it's so full, it cannot pick up whatever it's set in front of it. You guys see this light blue color here, which is probably tin or silver. It's got to be silver. It's not in this list, so I can pick that one up. And right here we have, I think that's iron. No, we see iron, copper, silver, and gold. Well, maybe it's the first one in the conveyor that would actually take, but it can't take anything out either, and these guys are empty. If you... right there. If you check, they're not doing anything. And the two pebble chests here, the crates, are still... this one has all of this stuff, and this one has all of this stuff. And I'm still on the second golden chest. I haven't even... that's what I actually wanted to advance, right? To keep processing. So now what I could do is simply take the filters out. Just let it process whatever it wants. But I kind of want to see if we can maybe figure out a different way first. And the only way I can see this working is if I come back here. Let's just go ahead and pick some of this up. Okay, there we go. And then we'll pick this one up. So there would be an inserter putting it here. I'm gonna need the crate here. Need to take this out. Another inserter, so this needs to come down to like right there. Let me put all these pebbles in here. It doesn't matter because this filter is set here to any pebble. It doesn't matter. So let's just put this down here. Let's put this crate here. And then we'll put one inserter. I can use these here to make it the same looking. I probably want to come down one further. Let's put one there and there. And then put this inserter right here. And of course, there's only going to be pebbles in here. Whoops, I went one too far over here. Right there. Can I put you here? Good. And have this inserter go there. And then, yeah, I want to bring this down one further. Back. And this is not a complete foolproof overflow, because if that ever gets full, then I have the same problem. But later on, I shouldn't have this issue, right? So now this should be loading. And now you guys see this. It's moving again, and these guys can pick up things that it can actually process. That's on its filter. Do I have any more? No. And then in a second, we should see dust coming this way, so it continues. Very good.
Okay, so now the rubble over here moves around nicely. But now we have the next problem, and that is with the dust over here, like I mentioned. And that is, these guys here are working, constantly. But the power, even with the copper coils, seems to be... It seems to be just barely keeping up. Like this one right here just paused for a second. You guys saw? It didn't have enough of the watts here. That's whenever you see one of these guys turn off. It happens. Over here, this is constantly filling. I actually put a stack upgrade into here to make sure that the output is always put over here as quickly as possible. But anyway, so these things here just aren't fast enough. We need to have the fastest possible smelting over. So I actually made the iron coils, and we can put these in here real quick so you guys can see. Yeah, let's put this in here. And then let's put another iron coil in here. And let's just do 3 for right now. And then you guys are going to notice instantly that it can't keep up anymore. There, they all start flashing here. The smelting itself would be a lot faster if they have power. But the problem is, you guys see, now I'm really running out of power. And you can also notice that when I go up to this guy. Look at that. I'm actually completely out. Wow. Yeah, so there's a big problem over here. And of course, if I put the highest coils in here, those are the ones I really want to put in here, the tungsten. It's then a complete mess. There's no way it can keep up at all. And let me just put these back so, at least for the time being, it can smelt the little bit that it can with the power that we have remaining. Okay, and let's put these back on the wall right here. But like I said, I would like to use the tungsten ones, but we need more power, okay, for these guys over here, clearly. So now I'm thinking, right, should I change, like, add more of these, like another 2 at least? Because here's the thing is, I believe, does it tell you again? I forgot. That is under add magnetic craft. I want to see real quick. I remember seeing a number on the, that's a refinery, polymerizer, electric switch. Where is the thing here? What is it called? Stirling generator. There seems to be 2, I believe, because there's another one. Oh, that's a combustion engine. All right, come on, give it to me. Stirling generator can produce up to 1,200 kilowatts. Okay. And then the furnace. I thought that they needed 200 each. So we said we're gonna have enough to run 6 of them. Electric furnace. Okay, so it's maybe under the coils. Yeah, 200 watts. So that is exactly, one of these is exactly enough so we can run 6 of these with the copper coils. Excuse me. Coming through. Yeah, and see, it doesn't really get a lot of ingots. It's just too slow. Anyways, so, but I don't want to just make more of these. Because if we check here on the coil, the tungsten, it says it needs 800. So that would be 4,800. So 4,800. That means I would need 4 of these to make enough power to run these 6 on the tungsten coils. And that is just not what I want to do. I don't want to have an array of these over here just for that. So I was thinking of what we could do is we could set up the, let me find it here, magnetic craft. Let me see here. What is the thing called? It's one of these, I believe. Is it the RF alternator? Generates electricity using redstone flux. So we can make our this electricity for magnetic craft from these guys when we pump RF into them, right? Ooh, there's even one for EU. That is really interesting. Okay, but so what kind of RF power do we want to put here? And I decided I would like to start with a new mod we haven't used here yet, and that is advanced generators. I would like to make a gas RF setup, right? And why is because I can extend those so easy, right? If you think about if we are going to use like the manilium turbine, right? Because I cobalt and ardite have coming out of my ears. That makes 500 RF a tick. I don't know what that translates to, how many of these alternators we can power with that or not. But by simply adding another one, you know, I add another 500 RF a tick without having to change the entire setup. If I would go, I definitely want to go with charcoal because it makes sense, right? We're making all this charcoal for the area. I could also use the steam dynamo, for example, from thermal expansion, but not here. Let's use something different, and that is that. And that is the advanced generators. But the thing is, when you check here, I'm gonna have to find real quick which machine that is now. It might be the flux generator. No. Then it is one of these guys. Well, let's see here. One of these machines needs these right there. Yeah, the gas mix compressor needs these advanced pressure valves, and these you need advanced alloy, which comes from a compressor from IC2. So guess what? We need to get started with IC2 as well. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun setting up new stuff. Oh yeah, I also wanted to point out here, I now automated all the anchors that we have here. We have 6. We have 1 here, 1 in that building, 1 over there, 2 on the railroad going over there, and then 1 in our main building. And each one of them is hooked up to this ender chest here, green, that has, I show you over in the base, up to 16 ender pearls. And simply an item duct with a servo. And it keeps all my anchors full now. Because I keep having to run around and filling my anchors. And I said, you know, it's time to automate this. So, let's go over here and go down. Right there. This is where I set up the ender chest. This is a supplier logistics pipe that I have set up to simply keep 16 ender pearls stocked. Bulk 50, so when it gets to 8 or less, it will fill it back up to 16. You know, it's a very slow process. Every 12 hours, every anchor needs 1 more ender pearl, so it's really not a big deal, right? And of course, there's another one right there, and then, like I said, 2. I don't know if I ever showed you guys this, yes, but I did chunk load the entire tunnel here. Now, these are overlapping. This one is overlapping over here, and that one over there, right there, halfway down the tunnel, is overlapping this way. So now when I installed Opus a while ago to find out some bottlenecks of things that are causing issues, and it comes with this map that you can change to loaded chunks, and all the blue things are now loaded. You guys see that? It's one big strip right here, plus up here for the water mills, including the tree farm, right? So all the blue stuff here is chunk loaded, and it doesn't seem to cause any problems so far, so I'm happy about that. All right, so let's get going with setting up the IC2 machines. It's very simple. The recipes are default. I've been playing Age of Engineering. I've been only live streaming on it. I'm not going to make regular episodes on it. It's been a lot of fun lately. It's another expert mode pack. And right here, we're going to come up with a item duct. I left it all open. I just, you know, planned a little bit right there and right here. And here, by the way... Oh. What happened to the sign here? What? Why you gone, sign? Ah, the other day I had a sign in my hands, and now I know where it came from. Let's get a sign here real quick. I set up 2. They're not intra because they're both going to the nether, so they're easy to make. Right here, and I want to show you guys this blaze farm real quick that I set up one day. It's been a while actually. And this is the blaze farm, okay, and the thermic, nothing changed. You guys know where we set that up, and I just made a book there to check on it. And right here, we're going to the blaze farm. I made a little simple blaze farm right here. We had this blaze farm already, but what I did here is I put 3 wooden spikes. There's the blaze spawner right there, right? And I just put conveyor belts from Mine Factory Reloaded, right? I think. And they're coming over here, and they're going down to half a heart, and then I can just kill them by hand. And there's something... Oh my god, you guys are loud. I found out that when I use my cobalt hammer that has luck on it, I get a lot more ender pearl. Blaze rods, check it out. Let's see if we can see this real quick. So let's kill 1. See, it gave me 3 blaze rods. So I don't need a sword with looting or anything. This one didn't give me any. Gave me 2. I think by default, if you kill blazes, you can only get 1, right? There's another 3, and so on. So yeah, this is the blaze farm now, in case you guys are wondering. And let's go back, because the noise is annoying. And let me go up here. So, I made 2 regular IC2 generators. Actually, let me put it away with this. It's much quicker. So, right here, we are gonna come from... I think I'm gonna have to take I would like to come to here. All this is, again, kind of temporary, guys, because, you know, eventually I'm hoping that we have a nice factory where we can, you know, really spread out and so on. But for now, we're gonna put 2 generators right here, and then we're gonna put some IC2 machines over here, and I should still have some room. And generators are right here, and I don't see any reason that I need to do anything else here. Let's put them here, like that. And then I want to run the IC2 cables underneath here. I don't know if I can actually cover them. I guess we'll find out. But so how this is gonna work is we're gonna come out of the 2 generators with the bat box, into the bat box, sorry. I probably have to come down from, oh, that's perfect. I should be able to set it right there. So we can take this bat box, and I want to make sure that the little hole points towards me. Perfect. Now I need to come back up. And then we can... Ah, it's gonna connect to the machine. No. Ah, I hope I'll get it back, the bat box, without breaking it. Yes, what? You can rotate logs. Oh. Okay, I got it back, so that's good. So I want to put it right here. No. You know what? We're just gonna have one space. That's okay. I don't want to have to risk it. Right there. Okay, so now these cables... Because if I was gonna put this right next to it, then this one charges it directly. It actually then ignores the cable and so on. So I'm okay with this. And now we can run the copper cable in the floor like this here. And I'll close all this up later. So now we still need to connect our charcoal. And like you guys saw, I already ran it down right over here into the ground, just like we ran the logistics pipe down here, and it comes in right underneath here. Wait, no, over here. That's where it is. Right there, and then of course when I set these up, they each connected to this, but you simply, let me show you that back. You know, it connects like that, and you simply wrench this connector so it's not connected over here and right to here. So now if I put this on here, we should see charcoal getting pumped up in a second. There we go. And this charcoal it's a slow system, but it should be fast enough, because once the generators are full with charcoal, it doesn't really matter. Man, my allergies are so bad this year, guys. I've been sniffling and sneezing and so on all day long, every day, for at least 2 weeks now. Really crazy. I didn't have allergies for many years. I had really bad allergies when I was a kid and a teenager. And then when I got older, they just stopped. I didn't have any problems for many, many years, like for the last 10 years. And then for some reason, this year, it's kicking my butt. I just want to see if... Probably gonna take a minute for all this to come up here. Come on. Alright, what are the other machines that Oh, I still need to make them, yes. And I wanted to show you the process real quick of making a few of them. Okay, here we go. So they're coming. Right there. And now we should see both of these jump in very soon. Each one of them is going to make 10 EU a tick. There we go. It's probably gonna fill this one first all the way, and then the second one. And it's charging our bat box. Again, for the machines that we're making here, there should be plenty enough to do. And now, so there's 2 machines I want to make first, before we can start with making the compressed stuff. And that is, I would like to make also a metal former. Now, in this pack... Wait, I have another music disc? Oh, I must have just gotten it from the Blazers. I've been getting those with the looting. Check it out. Yeah, I got 2 of them. I got this Nuclear Craft one. And why aren't you in the storage yet? There we go. And this one here. These 2 are fancy ones. But I don't want to play them because I don't know if there's going to be, you know, copyright infringements, yada yada. Alright, so the metal former is really important. Okay, by default here, let me let's see what we need to make the metal former. Let me just type it in. Metal former. Okay, I'm gonna need a bunch of... I'm gonna need... That's 3. I need some bronze. Let's make these 10 bronze real quick. Oh, I already have them. Okay. You know what? Let's put all this in here. So it is out of my inventory, and these I'll use in a second. So check it out. For example, I'm gonna need 24 of these. Yes. And sorry, come on, this is the one right there. Usually in other packs that I know, it takes 1 hammer with 2 ingots. It might be just 110 and so on, but I should have enough to make. Okay, the hammer is gone. Recipe, let's make another one of these. See, that's the thing, is why I would like to have that metal former first, because then I don't need to worry about making any more of these, or also the cutters right there to make all the cables. But yeah, it worked really nicely here so far, making all this stuff. It hasn't been a problem. It doesn't cost you more ingots than if I use the metal former, but you know, just having to make the hammer and so on is kind of a pain in the butt. Oh, I made way too much of this. What am I doing? Because this is gonna make me, I think 3? No, 2. Okay, I need 24 of these, not the other ones, but I'm sure they're not gonna go bad. Okay, and just like that. 1, 2, 3. Okay, it made 3. And then basic machine casing, I need to make some iron. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Reminds me a little bit of Age of Engineering. We did a bunch of this over there. It's a very heavy IC2 focused, that mod pack. It's a lot of fun, guys. So if you haven't seen it yet, make sure to check it out. Okay, I needed 1 more of these, but that's fine. Let's go ahead and make this first. Oh, it requested an iron plate? I have iron plates? What? Why do I have 31 iron plates in here? I had no idea, guys. Let's request them all, so they're here. But go ahead and make that. And we still need to make these, which is fine. I have the chests automated, so they're gonna come up here. And I just want to show you guys this one machine here, and then the compressor I'll make off camera, and that is all we need for right now. So the 2 boxes, and that's it, right? Yeah, there it is. We got our metal former, the most important thing, I think. And I'm not gonna put it here, otherwise it connects to there. So let's put this here. Yes, and it has a few different settings here, like the hammer one here. The rolling one is going to, let's take 1 copper and let's take a tin, because I'll probably need some of those anyway. When you put just a plate in here with this, the rolling, it's gonna turn it into 1 plate. And the only advantage is that, well, obviously I can also overclock them and so on, but the advantage is I don't need this forge hammer now anymore, so it's free. And if you put it in again, it's going to make us a casing. And also, by the way, here, when you click on this, you get the recipes on the current mode extruding, right? So you can see we can also get the iron fences out of a casing. Actually, I didn't know that. That's super cheap, because you get 2 of these per ingot. What? Oh, that's extruding though. Aha, it shows us all the different, okay. So extruding, right now this is rolling. Sorry. So when we go to rolling, you see all the different recipes. There's 7 different ones, just casings and plates. And then we have the extruding, which I'm gonna show you here real quick. What happened? Aha, it was just a display error. But if we go to this one right there and put it in, it's gonna turn it automatically into cables. And then the cutter one, so that would be then this one here. I have no idea what this is for, but you can make the HV cables. So this is exactly the same. Instead of having to turn it into a plate and then get the wires, we can get the update again, we can get it directly from the ingot on this extruding setting, okay? So that's how this machine works. It's really cool to have. I think it's the most important machine when you do IC2, if you ask me. Okay, so let me go ahead and make the compressor. I added a second metal former because it was just too slow waiting for all of this. And I made 24 of these alloys so far. And we are ready, I think, to craft the rest. Let's put it away in here. That's quicker. So, yeah, let me show you guys something here. How I'm gonna go up. I still gotta craft everything. But I just wanted to play catch up on the auto crafting real quick. Over here I added wood, stone gear, and then the logistics crafting table, as well as the cobblestone structure pipe to make it to plugs, and I made the crafting logistics pipe because I added 20 more auto crafters down here. So now, you know, if I need to set up more auto crafting, I can order this plus the pipe automatically. It kind of makes sense, right, to have that done first. And you guys see, I set up a bunch of parts here. I did not set up, of course, right here, the blocks themselves, like this gas turbine. There's no reason. I'm not gonna make, you know, a couple of maybe, you know, but as long as I can order the parts, you know, it's gonna get the parts from here and give it to me. So I set up all these parts up here. These are all from the advanced generators mod, and this is where we needed that alloy for right there. You guys see. And also, the only one that I fully automated is the Manilium turbine itself. So, you know, I'm like, okay, I need more RF. I can just order one of them, and it's gonna make everything for me. And until we're done today, I also automated the RF alternator with all the subparts that we need for that, because I don't know how many of these we're gonna need. I just wanted to show you guys a little trickery I had to set up here with the alloy smelter. I moved it down here in our sub-basement, so I'm right between power and logistics pipes, and there's a chassis MK1 with an extractor card. Right now it's making alloys, but before I made fused quartz with it that you need to make the reservoir. And I've made a reservoir before and didn't have that problem, but right now, and it has to do with the unifier mod, when I take the fused quartz out of the alloy smelter, it turns it into hardened glass from thermal expansion. So they're both called, what's this called? Under Ore Dictionary, block glass hardened, and that's why thermal expansion apparently is higher in the priority list on the unifier mod. So I just wanted to point this out. It's a little pain in the butt, but I'm gonna have to look into the, actually we can go down here. I need to look into the config again and see if maybe I can, I'm pretty sure I can exclude the block hardened glass simply, but I'm gonna add that to my to-do list. So I got 1,000,000 blocks here now. What's going on? No! Why are we lagging? I had this before. What was it? I'm not sure. But it seemed to have caught up. Is it open? Okay, still slow. Okay, that must, maybe it was saving or something. But anyway, so I got a ton of blocks here, and I'm gonna just try to show you guys this while we go through all of that. And I'm gonna remove all of these here right now, and I'm gonna also tear this down here. I don't know what happens to the charcoal that was in it, but okay, apparently that's just lost or whatever, but that is okay. Maybe, oh, now I got it. Okay, so you get it like at the last block. But let's go send all this home. The battery I'm gonna keep. I don't need the multi-block chassis or this. And I'm also gonna keep these cables for now. I probably have to make more of them and get rid of that. Yes. Okay, so oh, there's another cable. And I'm also gonna get rid of this here for now. So probably back here would be the best part, the best spot to input the charcoal into this, right? And do I have a bed on me? No, but I have my sleeping bag. Okay, let's go ahead and sleep. real quick. Yeah, right. Well, no, that was earlier the save, before I was crafting. It sometimes happens that I have these little X spikes here, and then my inventory doesn't want to open. But anyways, so we're going to start with the sign gas producer right here. I don't need this or this right now. I'm just trying to get rid of some stuff here on the bar. And that there. This here. And why don't we put these out of here also? Okay, so I want to set up the reservoir, the fluid intake, and the fluid item input right now. So, it might not be bad if we just put this in the ground. I have a bucket, but I am next to water, so it shouldn't be a problem. So why don't we put this reservoir down here? So it's out of the way. Okay, and whoops, gotta get the bucket first. It's been a while since I set one of these up. I don't even remember when the last time it was that I set one of them up, guys. But I think I still have it somewhat memorized on how it works. Famous last words, right? Okay. So we're gonna set this one to automatically output. You get this little arrow right there, okay? And then we're gonna put this fluid intake valve right on top of it. So now that should be getting supplied with water automatically. And on top of this, we're gonna put the item input. And that is where we are going to have our supplier. Right there. And we'll connect it to the logistics in the end. Okay, and now we still need this guy, mixing chamber and heating chambers, and then also the output valve. And I'm gonna say the output valve should be up high right there. So we're gonna put, well, you know, we're gonna leave a gap. It doesn't matter. We're gonna put, no, let's do it like this. We'll put the two mixing chambers. You can have multiples of these two, and then put the sign gas producer, and now you see it formed. And when I right click it, it actually tells you everything is fine. Yeah, it is filling with water. So that works, and that should be enough. It doesn't need that much water. And now, of course, once we set this up, I guess we can set this up already. It doesn't really matter if we're wasting a little bit of charcoal. Put this over here, and then set this guy here. I'm pretty sure I have charcoal on me in one of my bags. I think in this one. Yes. So let's just keep... let's keep a stack in there. Bulk 50. Charcoal. And it should be coming any second. Soup, soup, soup. Alright, there it goes. Good. And now we should be producing. Right there, you guys see there's... Steam 0% because I think it is, yeah, it's still heating up. And that is what this is for. The more heating chambers you have, the faster it heats up. And the mixing chambers is, I think, just how much it can mix at once. So, right here, sign gas produced per tick 0. I thought that there was a... Like, it will show you the max it can make. Steam 0, carbon 95%. It's heating up very fast. It should be making steam any second. There we go. Now it's making steam. Very good. And it's making 2 millibuckets a tick. So I think each one of them gives you 1 millibucket a tick. I think that's what that is. Yes, and it's filling with sign gas over here. And again, because we can easily extend this, you know, I can just break a block, put more. You can put this in any... configuration that you want. It doesn't really matter. We can easily extend this if I need more. Okay, and now I think the fluid output is gonna go here, and we're gonna put the next one right there, and that's going to be the thing here. The gas turbine. So I want the fluid intake and this level here, and that's the thing, is I'm not sure if I can use these high pressure pipes I made. And what are we gonna put underneath it? The flux generator? No, I want that to be higher up. Why don't we put this guy underneath here? Right there. This is the power capacitor, and I made the medium one. It can hold up to 5 million RF, okay? Okay, the flux generator, that's the thing that's going to supply us with the power. I think I want that to be here. What are we gonna put underneath? The gas mixing compressor, you can only have one of those. So we're gonna put that underneath, right there. And then apparently... these two I also want to have here. But I am not sure which machine I should turn off. I'm not sure yet. Let's see. Maybe we're not gonna do any of them, but this one, can you face up? Thank you. And we're gonna put the sensor module on top. All right, so machine is incomplete. Oh yeah, I did not make a turbine. Duh. We need those as well. Oh, we're gonna make 2 right now. So we're gonna make 1,000 RF a tick. Oh boy, I have no idea if I made enough, if I even have enough manilium made at all. No, none. Okay, so we're gonna have to smelt some stuff up real quick, which is fine. We have our big smelting setup over here that I haven't used in ages. So you turn off, and I think I have all that. What? I could have sworn I had a lot of ore, guys. All right. Okay, no problem. Turbine, because I saw that there's another one that's easier to make. So the manilium right here shows you 500 RF a tick, right? But there's the advanced alloy turbine that also does 500 RF a tick. What? Oh, right there. So one of these I'm gonna need 8 of them. It takes a refined iron shaft. 8 times 5, I'm gonna need 40 alloy plus a block of steel in the metal former. I'm gonna go with that. I'm not gonna do the manilium then, because I don't want to go to the nether now and farm for like an hour to get all that. For some reason, I thought that I had tons of this. Alright, got 2 of these steel shafts. I don't need any more of these. I have enough. These are actually not expensive, guys. Whoops. I overlooked this. This makes 4. So 5 of these makes 4. So you need 10 of these advanced alloys to make 1 turbine. So that is no problem. So we have 2 of these, and oh my god, I didn't even check what the rest is. Okay, so let's make 2 of those. And I made a bunch more of these low voltage cables, but no more batteries. I don't think I'm going to use a battery. I'm going to have 1 alternator per furnace. I have no idea if it's overkill or not. I have not. Oh, now I remember when the last time it was I used this in Bevel, in the Bevel pack. That's when I had it on my mine shaft. And for cables, I'm gonna have to use the redstone flux, the redstone energy flux ducts, because they hold more than 800 RF. They have 8,000. And I should... how many of these I'm gonna need? Most likely, I'm gonna make 18. 18 should be enough. Yeah, that should be clearly enough. And then I'm just gonna need some redstone. Let's get a stack. I think 2 or 4 redstone per pipe. Let's check real quick. I don't know if we have used them before. No, over here we're all using the hardened stuff. So magma crucible, let's put 4 in right now, just so we can see how much this gives. Oh, that's 200, 300. Okay, so 2 per. So I'm gonna need 32 more here. And then when that is done, we should finally have everything we need. At least I hope so. Let's get back to the turbine. Lots of crafting today for this, but it's, new mod that we're playing with. So that should be 1,000 RF, which is really cool. And yeah, we're just waiting for a couple more of these. There's 14.
Wait, what? Oh, that's it. I made 18. Yes, that's right. Okay, so let's head back over there. Of course, the... Oh, no, it's sunrise. That's the east. Yes, good, perfect. Don't need to sleep. Okay, so I think for right now, I'm gonna just disregard this redstone stuff, okay? We'll see if we'll need it later or not. So we're gonna put these 2 turbines right in here. And now we should be able to make up to 1,000. And now the last thing we're gonna need to do here is put one of these. And I think it should work. No, it doesn't. Okay, no problem. For some reason, I thought that we can use these. But we'll just use hardened fluid, content, maybe any temperature. Let's see if we can put one of these in there. Okay, yeah, it's automatically set to output and we see the liquid in there, or the gas, and we are making RF. So this is using current fuel consumption at full power, 0.3 to 0.6 millibuckets a tick, but we're making 2 millibuckets a tick. So we are making more sign gas than we're actually using over here, guys. That is awesome. And we're already at 600,000 RF. Perfect. Ooh, check it out. It caught up. This whole time crafting and everything, and it caught up. So now my question is, well, let's get rid of these here as well. I am not sure how I am gonna be able to set this up. I don't really want to have this directly above. Let's see here real quick. Let's get one of these here and put it down. So that looks like that's where the copper cable goes, or the low voltage, and this is probably the input from the RF system. So that means I could put it directly on top of these inserters. And it placed it towards me, I think. So let's come over here and place this. Okay, so this connects. Yeah, why not? We can do it like this. I wanted to have the shortest possible way from these to here, so we have no loss whatsoever, okay? Oops, wrong way. Go here. And now we should be able, yep, to just hook this up. Right here, and then we'll come out of here. Yeah, why don't we just come straight over like this? Guys, here comes the moment of truth. But before we do that, I am gonna switch out these guys right here for the biggest ones. Hang it right there. I'm excited. I am very excited. I did not plan on actually having to spend time on this today. I wanted to build the factory around it because I've not been good on that. Right, it's clearly going down right now and it's now going back up because I think it filled all the cables and these over here. So how are we doing on this now? This is all full. This doesn't have anything to do, so that's why it's not showing anything. Okay, so I think it's time that we come over here and switch out the next chest. Give me my dolly. Okay, yeah, this is all the stuff that's left over. Put it here. And get this guy, and it should be sucking out all the things here to come over here, and it's gonna take a minute for this cart here to fill. It's gonna completely fill. Because it doesn't take the items out faster than I'm putting it in here, which is good. I like that. Okay, I let some time pass and put the last chest on it now, so there's a lot of ore being processed now. And I noticed that the next bottleneck, which I would like to work on real quick, is, well, these over here are working like champions, okay? They're keeping up with all the dust. Some of them, very, very seldom does one get to the end and have to loop around. And everything here stays full. There's absolutely no power problem. They're all going at full speed whenever. and you can see the ingots just flowing in here. It's so beautiful to watch. It's really nice. But check it out over here. All right, there's still a problem. I know that these guys are always slower. Okay, you would pretty much need two. I would need double of these, but I don't want to. I did flip these two levers here. They're usually in the up position to make them faster. If I flip the last one, then I do not make enough power. It's coming from right there, okay? But right now you guys see, well, actually, let's just flip it. And then we should see the power slowly going down. Apparently it doesn't. But over here, this is what I noticed is it does pull out 6 at a time. Over and over and over. There's 9. But they don't seem to be fast enough, okay? So I wanted to give these guys here some speed upgrades and see how much of a difference this is gonna make. So I gave this one 4 and I'm gonna give this one 4. And that is, you know, I'm trying to, you know, work backwards on trying to figure out the bottlenecks. So now this guy is going, yeah, you see it's now draining power. But if I flip this last one back, it should stop. Here, let me show you like this. If I turn this one off, it should now fill again. You see that? And when it's full and I flip the second lever, the middle one, then this power will stay full. It does not drain anymore. Okay, let me just get it back up. I don't know what it's doing. Okay, I don't understand this whole voltage spiel here. But this one is a comparison. You guys see this is full and I have 2 levers flipped on it. So that's what I want to get to again. I'm just gonna flip these 2 and it should work. Aha! Yeah, they're unloading like crazy now over here. Every time it's 3 dust. So this machine actually does work fast. It just... Well, is it still full though? Yes, it's still full. Bam, it's full again, and it's still waiting to drop some off. So I don't think I need speed upgrades on the ones on the front. But very cool. So this is going like mad here. And now they're definitely all 6 working. And it's full. This one doesn't show until it has something. Yeah, it's full again. So this definitely was the upgrade that we needed back here. And last but not least, let's check on our sign gas, but this should all be full. Yeah, it's full of power because we're using only 0.3 millibuckets a tick for this, guys. And I was thinking, I don't think we need the redstone. I'm gonna see how much of this drains because we're making charcoal. We're really doing amazingly on the charcoal production. Look at this. Look how much wood I have waiting over here. There's always a block of wood like this. And both silos are full, the cart is full, the loader, unloader, everything is always full. So that is really awesome. Now my thinking is, I could also here set up, right now it's using, like I said, at max 0.6. So I could put another 5 turbines, which then would mean we have 3,500 RF a tick, right? Yes. Before I need to extend this. So that means we could set up a tesseract here in one of the future episodes and then get rid of the lava power production in the town and so on, and we have something we can take with us if we need it, okay? But that is it, guys, today. I did not plan on actually spending time on this, but I thought it was really important. And I am going to definitely prepare and play around with some designs for encasing this factory now. That's the next thing I really want to do. I don't think we can make this any faster because these guys back here are bored. Or these 4, because these 2 up front are not making enough. And this is still, look at this. This is amazing. I'm really, really happy, guys. Hope you enjoyed the episode. I'm rambling, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care, stay safe, and bye-bye.